Welcome to Larry King Now. Our special guest is Kelly Rowland, the Grammy, Billboard, and Soul Train award-winning singer, songwriter, actress, TV personality, and now author. Kelly's new book is Whoa, Baby, a guide for new moms who feel overwhelmed and freaked out and wonder what the bleep just happened. I gather you're a mom.
Absolutely.
And you decided to write a book about being, how did this come about?
Well, it came about, I remember after I had my son, it was so many different physical, emotional, spiritual, just changes. You know what I mean? You have kids. Basically, I couldn't find any book that told me what was going to happen afterwards. I read What to Expect When Expecting. I read Jenny McCarthy's Belly Laughs. Nobody prepared me for after. And I remember talking to my doctor, who I collaborated with, Dr. Tristan Bickman, about it, and she said, someone should write a book about this. I said, we're going to write a book about it.
Did all the things, and we'll go over them, surprise you?
Yes, they all surprised me. It was the worst to, like, be at lunch with girlfriends and giggle with like so much excitement and laughter and hanging out with them again, and you giggle and then you might just pee on yourself a little. Like, that's too much. You
named him Titan.
Titan.
T-I-T-A-N. Why?
Yes.
That's putting a little bit of pressure on him to be strong and big and...
No. I mean, for me, you know, that's how we see him, as our little Titan. That for me, he saved me. He saved me, and he gave me so much strength. So it's what he actually does to other people, which is really incredible. How old is Titan now? He's 2.5.
Is he talking?
He's getting there. It's a lot of gibberish right now, but for the most part, he's actually bilingual. He speaks Spanish and English.
Is his father Spanish?
No, his nanny's Spanish.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, oh, but I love it. I mean, sometimes I don't understand what he's saying, which is fine, but he could be cursing me out.
Let's get into some of the chapters with extraordinary titles.
Yes.
One of the chapters is called, Are My Boobs Always Going to Be Like This? Be like what?
Be like huge discs that are just not going to go down. I remember after I had him, like they were just swollen. And then, of course, once I stopped breastfeeding, it just kind of went down, and then they stayed down. So, you know, that was a little tough.
I've been doing this 60 years.
Yes.
Here's a question I have never asked.
What? What
does breastfeeding feel like?
It feels... Sorry.
It's not like making love.
It's not quite like making love, but if you took your finger and maybe sucked on it a little, then you might get an idea. But no, that's something different, especially when you're feeding your baby. Like in a sensual moment, that could be so amazing. But in this, you're like, oh, it's so great. I'm, you know, feeding my baby.
Did you go to postpartum depression?
I didn't.
Did not? That's rare.
I didn't,
Everybody
but I talked to so many women who did. Like, you know, you'd see like different women and different moms at the groups and stuff, and they had all these, they released everything out to me. Why me? I don't know, but they felt comfortable in doing so. But they were talking about postpartum depression, and I couldn't believe it.
Young mothers compete with each other, do you think?
I think that some mothers compete with each other. I think that it's always, well, such and such is doing this, or such and such is doing that.
What about people who might say, Kelly, well, you're famous, you're rich, you have a nanny, you don't have the problems that the girl down the street has in South Chicago?
Well, I think for any new mother, it's all these different things that are basically coming towards you at one time. So whether your it doesn't matter your economic background. Like, I'm still a new mother who is experiencing all these different things for the first time, nanny or not, house or not, whatever. I just feel like, of course, we have that complete common thread. We're all experiencing this at the same time, and we're all challenged by it.
Does being famous affect you in motherhood at all?
Yeah, actually, Larry, it might. Scheduling, it does.
Here's just quickly explain some of these title happenings.
Yes.
Has anyone ever been this heavy? How heavy were you?
I put on just about 50 pounds.
Will I ever be able to go number 2 again? You were constipated?
Absolutely.
After birth?
Absolutely. It's all these different things that happen to your body. So I was told that was going to happen, but that was just insane.
What are these bumps on my butt? I never heard this again.
You've never heard that?
Bumps on the butt?
You've never heard of hemorrhoids?
From pregnancy?
Yes.
Why?
From pushing the child out. Like, I can't get into like the technical reasons why. That's why I collaborated with a doctor. And I asked her all the questions and she was able to answer them for me, but that was rough.
I love this. So now we're both wearing diapers. You have urinary incontinence? You go a lot?
Yes, I was just telling you, like I was at lunch with friends and this was right after I had him, maybe like 2 weeks after I had him, and I was at lunch with friends. We laughed at a joke, and I laughed a little too much and peed a little on myself.
That's kind of funny. Can I airbrush my actual body? That's funny. Why can't I sit down without wincing?
Yes.
How long does it take to get over it? When are you finally
feeling
just
like
you
myself?
again? Yeah.
I think I started to feel like myself about the year mark. Yeah, about the year mark.
Do you want other children?
I do. I want one more.
But how about going through that pain again?
I don't mind.
No?
No, no. I don't mind going through it again, only because now I feel like I'm prepared. You know, I think if you go through it one time, then the first time it's daunting, but the second time you know what to take. You know?
Is it true that women curse their mates when they're giving birth? Like, you made this happen to me.
I didn't curse mine.
No?
No, I didn't curse
Was he
mine.
there?
Yes, he was right there, standing right here. I told him, do not go past the blue blanket or whatever that was.
He cut the cord?
He cut the cord.
So did I.
Yeah.
Our guest is Kelly Rowland. We're talking music and the state of girl groups. Right after the break, the book is Whoa, Baby. Did I do that good, huh?
Yeah, I know.
Stay with us.
The Whoa, Baby.
Back with Kelly Rowland. Whoa, Baby is the book, a guide for new moms who feel overwhelmed and freaked out. It was co-written with her doctor, which is a good idea.
Yeah.
You had an arc on Empire, right?
Yes.
Yeah. What was it like to work with my friend Lee Daniels?
I love Lee Daniels. You know, we met in Soul Cycle, which is like a spinning class. And he's on one side of the room and I'm on the other side of the room. And he says, I know who you are. And I'm thinking, what is he talking about? So we had a meeting the next day and he had me play Leah. And
was the set crazy?
The set was actually super peaceful. Everybody was so nice on this set and just so easy to work with. But the one thing I remember, he was like, you can't wear any makeup. And I'm looking at him like, please put makeup on me. Because of the character, like he wanted me to be extremely scaled back. And I didn't wear any makeup.
Were you happy with doing that anyway?
I loved it. I would do it again.
Oh, you were part of one of the great girl groups of all time.
Thank you.
Who's a successful girl group today?
There is a Fifth Harmony who actually lost a member, but they're still doing it, which I'm very proud of them. I think Normani is on Dancing with the Stars.
Do you think we go through ages? There was an age time in the 50s of male groups. Mm-hmm. The Four Freshmen.
Yeah.
You know, the male Ames brothers.
No, it was so many male groups, and then there was a surge in the 90s of female groups. Yeah. And then there was a little bit of boy groups, but not as much as females. You're actually right about that. But I wonder if it's a time. I don't know why it doesn't happen as much now. I mean, there's 3 girl groups that I know of. That's Fifth Harmony, Little Mix, which I actually put together, and June's Diary, which I put together on my show that aired on BET.
Why'd you name it Destiny's Child?
Destiny's Child, actually, the name was taken from half from the Bible and half from actually Tina, Beyonce's mother.
Did you grow up together?
We did. We grew up together.
Where?
In Houston. In Houston.
And you're still friendly with Beyonce and Michelle?
Absolutely.
You ever get together and sing together?
We don't sing, but we do eat a lot of food. You know, we're Southern. Michelle's Midwest, but she can eat too.
Wouldn't it be great if you got together and did one big night concert, HBO? Destiny's Child returns. One of them has a child. One of them's gonna have a child.
Yes, two children. But yeah, well, we'll see. Everybody's just in a different space right now, but we'll see what happens. You'll be the first to know. I'll let you know first.
Didn't you form a group called June's Diary?
I did.
Where are they?
They are actually working on music now. They've toured. They're still touring, and but they're really just solidifying a sound right now.
How about all the women gathering against President Trump?
I feel like it's necessary. I feel like, you know, women have come so far for him to make all these very rash decisions. you know, just against women. And it's so interesting how he sees it a different way. But we've come so far, and it's no purpose or reason in us going backwards. We have to stay moving forward. That's what life is about.
You said all I could think about with his election was women, my friends, a job in the future I might want to have, and do I want to have another child? Well, you said you want to have another child.
I want to have another child.
But you're fearful of a child in the Trump years?
Yes.
What's it like to grow up?
Yes, I mean, I think about my son. I think about just all these things that are trying to get in place. But I think since then I've become really hopeful. You know what I mean? I think I have different conversations with people. I don't think it's necessarily like, I think that just talking to different people who are in positions of change, like myself and like other people in DC or other young people or kids who are just feel like they want to be a difference and they want to have, they feel like they have the power. And we do have the power. So we just have to really continue to make ourselves heard.
I know this takes you through, what was it like to give birth and all that?
Yeah.
How are you doing as a parent? Because there's a lot of books on parenting.
Yes.
But anyone can be a parent.
Anyone can be a parent, but for me, it means a lot to me to raise a great man. A lot. You can hear it in my voice. But I want to raise someone who is responsible, who has integrity and wants to change the world, wants to be a part of that, and is fearless. I know that's what you want with your boys.
Yeah, you do. But so what?
Yeah.
So what if he becomes a fireman?
If he wants to become a fireman, then great.
Best fireman.
Let him be the best fireman in the world. Let him be the best journalist in the world. But whatever he does, I want him to know that he's great at it, that it's with purpose, that it's with dignity and compassion and passion, because passion is not for purchase.
Now you have a baby, so what are you doing now? Are you concerting? Are you acting? What's happening professionally?
Doing a little bit of everything. Between the book, I'm finishing up my record. Over in Australia, doing The Voice.
You do The Voice in Australia?
Mm-hmm.
Why Australia?
They asked me to come, and I wanted to go.
How often do you go there?
I'm actually on my way on the 28th of May.
Wow. The same way as here?
Yes, it's the same way, except for the cute little Aussie accent. And it's a lot of talent over there. And my team is shaping up beautifully.
Up next, Kelly on her dream collaboration and who'd she trade places with for a day. We'll be right back. The book is Whoa, Baby, a guide for new moms. We'll be right back.
Whoa, baby.
We're back with Kelly Rowland. Her book is Whoa, Baby. What do you make of the state of music today?
What do I think of the state of music today?
Like streaming services?
Oh, God. I mean, you got to think, I come from an era where, you know, they were selling, CDs were like fresh. You know what I mean? It was like they were fresh on the market and everybody was getting them, and it was exciting to open up, have the whole experience of opening up your CD and looking at the credits and this and that. All of that is gone. I can't believe that whole art of it is gone. But streaming is new. It's new, and you try to find ways to still keep, you know, yourself and your music, you know, evolving and interesting. And yes, it's new. You gotta adjust.
Is dealing with young artists, is it different in Australia?
No.
Same everywhere, huh?
Yes, the same everywhere. But you know what I love is that they're really creative. Like, it's, you know what I mean? Like, it's a lot of the new artists are extremely creative. I was in the studio last week with this artist, Khalid. He has the song Location out, and he is so incredibly talented, but so humble and still hungry, and he's just refreshing to be around. Him and this other artist who's very talented, Six Black, and just their energy just made me feel, it invigorated me. It was just so awesome, but they're talented.
Where's home?
Home is actually Los Angeles.
We play a game of If You Only Knew. I just throw some questions at you, okay?
Oh boy, okay.
Who was your childhood celebrity crush?
Childhood celebrity crush was Tevin Campbell.
Strangest fan encounter?
Strangest fan encounter was probably one that gave me a black dead rose. I didn't understand. Why no?
A black rose?
It was dead. It was like a black rose.
That's not.
Yeah,
That's
I
weird.
prayed right after that, like, oh, I don't know what that was about, but okay.
What's your guilty pleasure?
Now, actually, it's, yes, definitely ice cream. Chocolate ice cream with peanut butter. Like a peanut butter jar and a pint of chocolate ice cream together.
What did you eat during pregnancy?
That. And it stuck with me.
Dream collaboration.
Dream collaboration is definitely Sade.
Person you'd trade places with for a day.
Maybe Oprah.
Not a bad choice.
Yeah, maybe Oprah.
Do you think Beyonce should read your book?
She's definitely supporting my book.
If you weren't a musician, what would you be?
A psychotherapist.
A what?
Psychotherapist.
Psychotherapist.
Yes, a therapist, psychotherapist. I think the study of the mind and human behavior is really interesting.
Characteristic you cherish most in people.
Honesty.
Secret talent.
I don't think I have one.
Okay.
Burping.
You can burp?
I used to.
That's great. Music your fans would be surprised you listen to.
Music my fans would be surprised I listen to. Brazilian jazz.
Bossa Nova?
Yes.
I love that.
Me too.
Something we all should be paying more attention to.
Climate change.
What's the oddest job you've ever had?
Climate change and pollution. Sorry, climate change and pollution. The oddest job I've ever had, I've actually only been a babysitter and done this all my life, so it wasn't odd.
Were you a good babysitter?
I was. I just let them do whatever they wanted.
What annoys you?
What annoys me? Just people with bad energy. You know what I mean?
Tell me something people don't know about you.
Something people don't know about me. I feel like they know everything. Nothing's a mystery anymore. Don't you miss mystery?
Yeah. Yeah, you miss it.
Yeah. But I think I've let everybody know pretty much enough.
You love being a mother?
I love it.
Kelly will answer your social media questions in our final segment. The book is Whoa Baby, a guide for new moms who feel overwhelmed and freaked out. We'll be right back. We're back with Kelly Rowland. Her new book is Whoa Baby, a guide for new moms who feel overwhelmed and freaked out and wonder what the hell just happened. Written with her doctor.
Yes.
All right, we have some social media questions for you. Multifaceted ACG, I'm interested in hearing her thoughts on the political impact of music. Does it have the power to influence movements?
Yes, it does.
And if so, how?
I think it has the power to influence movements. I think that we're able to see that when we listen to Kendrick Lamar's new album, Damn. You know, I feel
Folk
like
music in the 60s influenced the culture.
yes, it's so many artists who really feel like that's just important, you know, and it should be, and it is, to say something about politics in music, but it's not pressing it. That's what I like about music. You know what I mean? It's not pressing it so much as it is like putting you into a mindset of how it could be or how it should be. But I feel like people are making up their own mind now. But music definitely infiltrates, yeah.
Love Is Good 07. Will you play Donna Summer in a biopic?
I would love to play Donna Summer in a biopic.
I'm told that you and Donna are splitting image of each other, and you were campaigning to play her years ago.
Yes.
Spike Lee had it in the works.
Yes.
What happened?
How did this person know this?
My producers are.
Oh my
very on
God,
top
y'all
of things.
are great.
Might that happen?
He's actually not going to direct that project anymore. I don't know what's going on with that project, but I would love to. There was talks about a Casablanca Records movie, but I would still love to do it.
What was special about her?
Oh my gosh, her music was special. Just from reading her book, her spirit is special. She's actually passed that on to her beautiful girls, who I've actually had the pleasure of meeting. And Donna she was an era. You know what I mean? She created an era for us, and we'll never forget her. Her spirit continues to live on.
At June's Diary Stand, what are the next steps for your group, June's Diary?
The girls actually have a manager, and they are still together. I actually had a meeting with the ladies last week, and they're putting together their sounds and record right now.
Bryson Knox, will Destiny's Child ever record another album or do another tour? If so, would you go for it?
It would be fun, of course. It's very easy to work with B and Michelle. We haven't discussed it, though. I told you I'd let you know, Larry. I got you.
Okay. Genga Achanji, is there bad blood between you and Delta Goodrum?
No, I love Delta.
She's on The Voice, too.
Yes, and she's awesome. And
why would they think there would be bad blood, was there?
I have no idea. But Delta's a sweetheart. Like, we've been out, we've hung out together. I actually texted her before I came here. That's so crazy. Sometimes people want stuff like that. I don't know why they want to see some drama. And why does it have to be between the ladies? Dang.
Dang. At Mitch Watt, has your group June's Diary grown since their auditions on Chasing Destiny?
Absolutely, June's Diary has grown tremendously. Their sound is even better. They sound like one person just singing all together. They're so talented. Their showmanship has gotten better. I think even learning different things, like being a group, and it's just early, footing for them. They're learning about the business as well.
And at Mitch Watt also, how will you top your last masterpiece album, Talk a Good Game?
No pressure, guys. Thanks. That's what I'm in the studio working on right now. But I try not to think about the last album, although a lot of it was it's so fun. I'm just reminding myself to have fun in the studio.
When is your new album coming out?
No specific date, but it is this year.
And June's Minja, will June's Diary be on your new album?
We will see.
Okay. Have your goals changed over the years?
Yes, they have. I think the life will do that. But my goals have changed over the years.
Motherhood should change.
Motherhood changes you. Your priorities completely change. Yes.
Do you still love singing as much?
Yes. Yes. Absolutely.
Do you like recording as much as being on stage, or which comes first for you?
The creative process has always made me excited. So being in a studio, yes.
Really, more than concert?
Well, when you have like that incredible moment where, like at Super Bowl, when Destiny's Child did Super Bowl, I'll never forget it. I don't even remember what happened, in all honesty. I just remember looking at my feet before I came through the chute to jump up and come on stage, and I don't remember anything that happened. I just remember looking at B when she was finishing up Halo, thinking, what just happened? And then when I saw it back, I was like, that was great. Like the out-of-body experience of performing. If I could do it like that every time, I would.
Thank you, doll.
Thank you.
Kelly Rowland, thanks for coming here. Whoa, Baby, a guide for new moms who feel overwhelmed and freaked out, is available now. You can always find me on Twitter at King's Things. I'll see you next time.